live stream. Welcome to KG Trading. Welcome Biliak. Welcome Arcane. Nice to see you guys. So let's see what's going on in this crazy market today. So yesterday we start to see something being cooked, right? For today, I believe today is gonna be something very surprising. So we have to be careful. We have to keep the eyes open. Today is not an easy day. Same as for most of the markets. Crypto markets also was showing like a huge potential. And this also basically related to politics, I think, in the US for the President Trump, right? Everything we hear in the news right now. So it might be, of course, creating some uncertainty and some volatility, and we have to be careful. So let's start with NASDAQ. Before, let me welcome all of you. Welcome, guys. And we have Pep and Hive already in the special request. So is already written. Is there something else? I don't think so far. So let's move on with NASDAQ. Starting with NASDAQ right now, we still, of course, in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 towards the upside, right? So in this wave 5 right now, we are looking at the orange scenario. I'm going to move in, of course, inside this wave 5. Let's zoom in. Here we go. So inside this final wave 5, we are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, right? We are currently looking for wave 5 of wave 5. Okay, so this is to start, of course, focus on this target first as priority, and then we start to see if there is a potential of correction here. So basically, we finished a beautiful correction already, A, B, and a C. We hit the wave 4 perfectly, so definitely we're looking for higher, definitely, right? Now, the only case scenario that we have with this massive move toward the upside is a potential zigzag, guys. There is no way that this can be a 1, 2. Why? Because as you can see, the 0.38 fib level, in case that this lag here is a wave 1, you did not smell the 0.38, okay? We just keep moving up and grinding up and up. Unless this is gonna transform to an ABC internally, wave 1 as a zigzag, wave 2, wave 3, 4, and a 5. This is a tricky thing that it might be unfolding today in the stock market, okay? Because definitely, even like how much lower I can go, 3 minutes, there is no single signal for a wave 2, okay, guys? Simply one leg toward the upside. And that makes it definitely, of course, kind of like a zigzag potential formation as in a wave A, because it's an impulse. Wave B, you're having like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave C, probably finished even here, a wave 1. And currently, you're looking for a wave 2, and then 3, 4, 5, simply continuation as ending diagonal. And why ending diagonal? Because anyway, this might be the last move that you see, of course, for this impulse toward the upside. And it wants to end up, right? So you want to see something ending this impulse. Now, what I think still even can be possible in case that we are corrective, we have to be careful. And I know it's very tricky, guys. Now it's very tricky. I admit this. Okay, it's not an easy chart what we are looking at. In case we are corrective, this might transform to an A, like 3 waves, B, and then having kind of like diagonal wave C, or it can be even like W, because of course 3 waves, X. Something can unfold like a zigzag toward the upside, hitting exactly this blue box, which it can be a wave B, right, in an expanding flat, A, B, and a C. So yeah, we are in a very critical position, and that because of the unclear price action. If we got something like this, guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and we got a wave 2, I would say, guys, this is a wave 1 of wave 5. Everything is fine. Everything is simple. Let's move up, right? But what we are looking at right now is something very, very tricky. It might be an ABC zigzag. It can transform to an A, B, and a C toward the upside, meaning wave V expanding flat, then moving down. It can be something like finished already a correction and you're still in a regular flat right now, like this is your correction, right? Wave A. You have a wave B, and you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even toward the downside. We're gonna get in, by the way, in the micro, meaning this is a finished diagonal internally here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave C, right? A, B, C, and moving down. So the scenarios here are not easy, I can tell. Okay, we have to be careful. On the 15-minute chart here, if you move inside it, you can see clearly that you have an impulse. Okay, you can see clearly that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have to also take this into consideration. It might be something impulsive, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can be ABC, or it can be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for lower. Also, again, different scenarios here. In case you have an ABC, it can be simply ABC, meaning this diagonal can get bigger. Okay. Now, the good thing, if something happens here and we reach kind of like this 0.38, because we don't have it anymore, let's update this. If this is kind of like an impulse, which I doubt it, guys, of course I doubt it, like that you can have kind of, maybe it can be like 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Imagine how many scenarios. I don't want to, I'm afraid today that you get like overwhelmed with the scenarios, because here is terrible. You know, it has unfolded many things right now. Because it can be a big also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1, wave 2 hitting the 0.38. Okay. However, based on this price action, the highest possibility, this is what I can tell you to make it easier, guys. The highest possibility is to move for lower, definitely. Okay. Lower, but it might be corrective, so be careful. Hitting the 0.38, and you might, of course, move continuously toward the upside later on as diagonal again, or it can be something like impulsive. You know, we can see, of course, but higher possibility here. This is 3 waves. Therefore, if we are unfolding wave 5, I would say it should be a big diagonal. Okay. Due to this impulse toward the downside, I'm still looking for lower. Very simple. Okay. So hello, Elliott wave community. No, you didn't miss it. We just started. We're still in NASDAQ. Okay. So yeah, be careful, guys. I still, of course, higher possibility again is to move for lower, but be careful. It still can be like, okay, this turning something internally like WX and a Y and moving continuously towards the upside. However, yeah, trade safe today. This is what I would like to say. Okay, trade safe, because it's not an easy chart here, but I still believe, of course, that this is an ABC. Diagonal wave 1 can be a deeper wave 2, and then continuation towards the upside. We need a correction. We need the next wave, well, to make much more confidence with our next scenario. That is honestly, guys. Okay, but definitely we're still looking for lower. How much lower? It's still unclear, because again, it can be ABC, regular flat. If you move a little bit higher here, you can reach the 1.05. It can be expanding flat, or it can be, of course, simply diagonal. Okay, so that is the thing. So if we move higher, the only scenario is an expanding flat, can be unfolding here, and then moving down again. If we overshoot the 1.38, therefore it is bullish. Okay. Yep, so this is for NASDAQ, guys. Yes, and you are right, Biliak. Tricky day, yes. Very tricky day. Very true. Yeah, so be careful, guys. Again, so let's see SPX. SPX also showing high volatility, showing still higher prices. We are still, of course, on the 1 hour chart here with our scenario where we are looking at 1, 2. Wave 3 still unfolding. Wave 4 did not start it yet. Inside this wave, 3, we have a wave 5 in the blue here, right? This wave 5 is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now, as you have realized, the 1-to-1 fib level is taken from the wave 2 to the wave 3, meaning the length of the wave 3 based on the wave 4 give us 1-to-1 fib level here, meaning if you take this level, this wave 5 will become longer than wave 3. Wave 1 is already longer than wave 3, which is not allowed as an impulse, therefore directly shifting this count here to a 1, 2, 1, 2. Wave 3 might be unfolding toward the upside, very bullish. Target can be the 2.618 taken, because we are in a wave 3 in the yellow, taken from the wave 1 here based on the wave 2, giving you, of course, 2.618 toward the upside, which is also in confluence with the 0.618, while this one taken from the 1 to the wave 3 here to give us this box over there. But this one should be for a wave 5. However, if you get a wave 3, 2.618, that means this is an extended wave 3. Next, you might get a short wave 5. Okay? Meaning this blue box can still be hit for a wave 5, 6,500 around it for a wave 5. In a short wave 5 because you got already an extended wave 3 in case, guys, of course, we take the key level here, confirmation for higher. In case we take the key level 6,242. If we don't, therefore you still, of course, in a wave 5 in this blue scenario to finish a wave 3. This is simple. And of course, inside it, obviously, this is looking a little bit like diagonal as well, right? Let's zoom in. So basically, I would say what is going on here is something diagonal, definitely. Again, we see like kind of ABC, can be a wave 1, 2. Probably this is another wave ABC for wave 3, getting wave 4 and a 5 without hitting this 1-to-1 fib level, like testing it till the limit. I don't know, guys. It can be, but if we continue impulsive just like that and breaking this level, directly we're shifting very bullish. Okay. Also very tricky. Yeah, very tricky one. Imagine like after moving very high, okay, very high move and straight move, and then you continue higher. That's incredible, right? So this is a trap here where you might just simply get out of your trade in case even you made a profit. You get out and you get even higher. That's that's tricky as well. But you also have to be careful, of course. We are at the end of a potential impulse. So a lot of psychology here. Finished, not finished. Finished, not finished. Now the decision is made at 6,232 and above it. Yeah. Of course, you might get retracement, guys. Don't think that you might just simply go high. Of course, you might get retracement, but it will continue toward the upside. Okay. That is for SPX, and let's yeah, we forgot the time as usual. So let's add the time for you guys. I think we started SPX at around 19 minutes. And currently we are at 24, and let's do the gold. Okay. Yep, so this is for the NASDAQ and SPX. The market is moving higher, so let's see the gold if it moves down. Yes, exactly. So, yeah, corrective. Did we finish a wave 5? Well, let's see this. So we were experimenting this move toward the upside with the gold, where you might have a 1, 2, 3. You have a wave 4, 1, 2, 3. What is your wave 4, 5? Not taken. That means, let's move inside it. Yes, everything is corrective. You have here, even this looks like an impulse a little bit, but I believe it's a WX and a Y. Look at the wave Y, the wave W, and the X. Okay, so this is WX and a Y here. Finish the wave A. Let's put the wave A. B, 3 ways up without taking the high. because this is also corrective, this is impulsive, we're moving down for a wave C at least. Here we go. Meaning this wave 4, in case it is a wave 4, is not finished. Don't forget that this can be a wave C as well. As you can see, this scenario, like finish 3 waves, extended ABC, reaching less than 1.618 a little bit. And that means you are looking right now to something corrective. Even if you are in ABC, this is still corrective, meaning you're still looking for higher later on. Incredible, right? So you have potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave C here. I'm gonna clean up a little bit, guys. This we can put it to the left. We still need it. Yes, so basically I would say, yeah, we still need a wave toward the downside. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You have 3 ways down, 3 ways up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. In case that you have a big ABC, so now we're gonna have another count A, B, and a C. We're gonna put this in the blue brackets. Okay, it's a new scenario that it might unfold, and it can be, of course, at the same time wave 4 and a 5. So it's a double scenario here. Can be unfolding. However, if you are in an A, B, and a C, the wave C might reach somehow a little bit higher. But if you are wave 5, can be, of course, very impulsive. We're gonna see, guys. But we're gonna see if we have here the 1-to-1 fib level. Here we go. And you have a kind of like hitting wave B here. A regular flat wave C can even get higher. Yes, 1-to-1 fib level. We're gonna see. But basically right now, for today, the possibility is higher to move for lower. Very obvious. You have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay? To finish a wave C in a wave B and potentially wave 4. I'm gonna put this in bracket 2 because it's a main. Here we go. Yep, so this is basically the count for today for the gold. Let me check 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2 here potentially. But yeah, I don't like so much here, like you have like wave 5 very longer, interfering again. Yeah, very tricky, but it can be several 1, 2, so be careful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 for wave 3, and then 4, 5. Here we go, moving down. Yeah, so that is for the gold. Let's see it a little bit in a bigger view, guys, not just on the lower time frame, what it might affect, of course, in a bigger view. So basically today, if we see lower a little bit as a correction, we might move higher, we said, right? Which is a triangle. Yep, which is a triangle. New scenario, guys, can be unfolding in a bigger view here as a triangle. So we have to be careful with it. Meaning, zigzag, zigzag, another zigzag, and another zigzag. A, B, C, D, and an E. Finally, you get a wave E, and then you explode toward the upside. New highs. Very potential scenario, guys. So, interesting. If we move lower, if this transform to simply ABC corrective, and you simply move toward the downside, but very low possibility because you very obviously you have an ABC expanding flat, and when you have expanding flat, it means you're still looking for higher. But let's say that we move down, we need still, of course, to break anyway this zigzag in case we have a bigger zigzag. So the triangle here is still playing. Okay, and what the gold is showing in a bigger view here, let's put the weekly here, is a potential extension. Wave 5, wave 3 goes there, the wave 4 is this triangle, wave 5 goes here. Here we go, wave 3, wave 4, and a 5. Simply extension, guys. Here we go. Sorry. Okay, simply extension. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now for wave 3, 4 and a 5 to finish a wave 3. Getting an extension here, definitely kind of like a triangle, wave 4 and a 5. And looking at the wave 2 here, it is a little bit long in time. Well, of course, I mean, let's take the time here in case we have this. If you have wave 4, wave 4 over wave 2, yes, it is still very possible, guys. So here you reach the double time. Wave 4 can even range still for 6 times, guys. Can be, but preferably, after the double time here, start to unfold, of course, wave 5. But this is still very possible, wave 4. Yep, so we have to be careful with it. Okay. I think I'm gonna keep it as it was, but I'm gonna keep this in mind, of course, for this triangle. If this triangle unfolds, like A, B, C, D, E, and then of course, I call a wave 5 toward the upside for the gold. Okay, so for today, just to recap, we might move towards the downside in any case, and that because, of course, of the expanding flat here. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave C, wave 4, and potentially A, B, and a C, or 1, 2, 3, wave 4, and a 5. Okay. Yep. So, hims and hers, please. Camel Blue, how you doing? I thought you're doing marketing, hims and hers. Hims and hers. Okay. I remember that this is a chart. Okay, let's do Nvidia, guys. Let's do Nvidia to see what is going on at 32 minutes. All right. Nvidia. Okay. So for Nvidia, of course, definitely it's gonna follow up with NASDAQ. The same move toward the upside, incredible. But that is. Let me check the 15-minute. Wow. Okay. But this can be an impulse very clearly. It's much more clearer even from NASDAQ. Why? Because I'm gonna show you here. You have 1, 2, wave 3, wave 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay. So the impulse here is a little bit clearer than NASDAQ even. Okay. And you might have here kind of like diagonal. Okay. It's not perfection, but still fine. With the rules, is still fine. Especially with the alternation between 2 and 4 is looking fine. Now, are we ready to move for higher? Well, hell no. We need some correction, right? I mean, we need at least 0.38. So, if we have a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, we would like to see, of course, a wave 2, at least in this blue box. Here we go. Okay, so because here, of course, we have an impulse potentially 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, yes, it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yes, because we have a potential impulse wave A here, and we're still looking anyway for lower. You know, we are in a corrective wave 4, and we need this very low price. So be careful also from an ABC. Yeah, be careful from an A, B, and a C toward the upside. Here we go. And especially when you see something like this, guys. When you see something like just one straight move toward the upside, it might continue for higher. Normally, I mean, based on my experience, it can continue simply for higher, but it can turn corrective. Okay, at the end, it can turn corrective, meaning like zigzag toward the upside, finishing like kind of an A. B or wave B can be, of course, here bigger. Let's put it in brackets. And you can be, of course, corrective, guys. Okay, so brackets, magenta, here we go. I think this is wave 5, not given yet. It should be there. In case we are bullish, of course, therefore you're looking for this wave 5 in the orange. Okay, you simply continue for higher, but I still doubt it a little bit. We still need a correction to make it much more confident what is going on, guys. Okay, on the lower time frame, definitely we see three waves, and can be of course continuation, or can be three waves down, three waves up, and then one more low. Okay, here can be one more low, preferably to take the 0.38. If not, if you take the 0.23, by the way, which it looks like so because of this regular flat, which it might finish exactly here at 0.23, that is definitely a wave B, guys. Okay, turning into a zigzag. And based on, again, on my experience, when you get something like this is definitely a zigzag corrective moving down after it. Okay, that is for Nvidia, guys. I would say again, even in Nvidia and so on, it is also tricky. Okay, it is still tricky, so be careful. Trade safe. We might see higher prices definitely sooner or later, but also a correction is very, very necessary in this area. Okay. All right. Let's see Palantir. Okay, Palantir at 36. Okay, Palantir, let's check. Okay, Palantir is not showing strengths like the other. Okay, let's see the 4-hour chart. Yeah, we know that we have a diagonal finish there. We're looking anyway for the 1-to-1 fib level, potentially here as an A, B, and a C, and this wave C still unfolding after a 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're still looking for this wave 5. Okay, so basically, as this is an old invalidation, let's remove it. The invalidation key level, guys, invalidation of bearish is this level. Here we go, 134.8. If we take this level, therefore you cannot consider an impulse as unfolding 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay. If we keep ranging under this level, you have to still consider the 1-to-1 fib level, $122 for a wave C in an A, B, and a C. Why? Let's see in a bigger view why. Because currently we are looking at this scenario. Let me just put the daily. Here we go. We are looking at this scenario where you have, of course, a big wave 1, 2 here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave 1, wave 2. You have 1, 2 in the yellow, wave 3 already finished, wave 4 finished, and currently you finished wave 5 in the yellow, meaning you finished wave 3 in the brackets white, and you're looking, of course, for this wave 4 in the white scenario. 0.23 is the minimum requirement for a wave 4. That's why we're still looking for lower anyway, in a bigger view. Okay, that was it for Palantir. I would say still looking for lower. Watch the invalidation level. 38 minute we do Tesla. All right, so let's check lower. Yesterday on Discord, Movitz told me that Tesla has made a pump, and what is my opinion about it. So I told him, okay, it might definitely do a pump. We definitely have a scenario for bullish, which is the only one as diagonal, which you can get it, of course. One leg toward the upside as a zigzag ABC, finishing this diagonal, which is this one. Let me show you what do I mean, to not be talking in for the new members. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You might have this one more leg toward the upside for this diagonal, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. And this is the only bullish scenario again available for Tesla, because Tesla has only zigzag here, and you don't have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, even internally you have only zigzag, zigzag, another zigzag. So definitely it's a diagonal, and the only bullish scenario that you have in the pocket. Meaning if we move higher, yes, definitely you can. But from my point of view, from my perspective, I said this for the Discord members, and I will say it for you guys as well, of course. Be cautious with Tesla, because Tesla is so much under pressure right now with the fundamentals, with the news, and so on. You don't want to live this stress, okay? You want something much more relieved, much more, a little bit consistent, Okay. And by the way, let's say you want to invest with Tesla. Your maximum is a diagonal here, right? So if you want to invest this leg toward the upside, of course, no financial advice, but yeah, this is from my point of view, it's very risky right now to enter with Tesla. And of course, there is a risk in a bigger view in ABC toward the downside for a 1.38. Of course, expanding flat, this is the worst case scenario. And then, of course, we move for higher. But yeah, $70 is horrible. Okay, so be careful. Of course, there is a lot of sideways scenarios. You have a big triangle, A, B, C, D, E, not interested. You have W, X, and a Y, can be a zigzag transforming to a triangle, not interested. Yeah, I prefer to invest in something much better. So, of course, we keep doing this with Tesla because I know many of you also likes it, but it's also very important to spread knowledge and yeah, precautions, right? Like being precautions. Otherwise, why I'm doing this, right? So basically, also, if you are in a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, your impulse towards the downside is invalidated. You have left only with ABC here, meaning you are corrective and you're moving impulsive. It can be, of course, definitely a wave A, B, C towards the upside. Okay, and this is what I mean with it. Okay, so yeah, that is for Tesla. Actually, I'm looking for a zigzag here: A, B, and a C. Um, uh, by the way, this wave C has to be even extended. Okay, it has to reach this area, this blue box, because again, it's a big diagonal. Okay, it's a big one. What is our diagonal? Here we go on the daily. It's a big one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You prefer to have, of course, a very long wave. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's start with your special request at 42 minutes. We start with a PEP. Okay, let's see. PepsiCo. Pepsi. We did this for Discord before members. I remember also. Okay. Oh, everything's still working as expected. Okay. Yes. All right, let's see it on the all-time history and start with it. Okay, so we have already the count for PepsiCo. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. We have wave A finished. You have a wave B, right? And you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 toward the upside. It can be, of course, a big wave 1, 2, but this is a very shallow 2. Okay, so therefore it goes higher possibility as a wave B. And then you got your wave C here as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Definitely it can turn into 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Definitely, of course. But currently we are in a deep correction, which it should be, because of course you have finished potentially a wave C or a wave 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 also is a possible scenario. Okay. In this case, if you're looking for a wave 4 here to be finished and done, we take, of course, the fib level from the wave 2 and have wave 4 as an impulse. You have reached already the 0.23. Very interesting. And you're still impulsive. And because it is impulsive, you're still looking right now potentially for a bigger ABC. Or it can be, of course, an A, B, and a C finished and done. So let's move a little bit inside this correction. So you can consider here a diagonal, of course, a zigzag, correction, another zigzag, correction, another zigzag. Or you can consider, of course, A, B, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a wave C. And that is a different scenario here, which is a finished correction. And we have to keep it in mind, A, B, and a C. Here we go. Wave 5 finished here, wave C, probably wave A, probably wave B here. But because you finished a wave C here, you can be in a continuation toward the upside. Okay, let's put this in yellow. Probably you can be, of course, in a continuation toward the upside with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's move inside it to see, do we have an impulse? Well, hell yes, you have a big impulse here. Let's start from this point. Okay, let's put all of this in one group, which are the daily. And let's start the count from here. So currently on the lower time frame, you have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, extended wave 5, not finished even. This is the wave 3. One second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 diagonal. Wave 3 here. Wave 4 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 diagonal. Wave 1, 3, 4, and a 5 ending diagonal as well. Meaning this is finishing right now a wave 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what you would like to see. Okay. Wave 2, minimum target is 0.38. Here we go. Timing, in case you have topped here, timing here. Okay, so at least 8th of July, at least, minimum. So you might have a little bit deeper correction before you move very impulsive towards the upside. Louis, appreciate your thoughts on NASDAQ AG. Would be very unpatriotic pre-July 4th holiday to not grind higher. Maybe a sell-off and typical pump from your pullback zones should be fun. Well, first, I'm not American, not yet. But I don't know if this is. I'm not sure if this is what you do normally in 4th of July in US. So if this is your habits on 4th of July for the stock market, it might be then. This is what we might be looking at. Yeah, those lungs candles. So yeah, thank you, Louis. Yeah, very, very possible, guys. If this is your culture in US, so probably yes. Okay, so this is regarding PepsiCo, right? So this is the 1 hour here. Yes, the 1 hour. Okay, let's move for the next one, which is HIVE at 48 minutes. Okay, HIVE. Okay, so, and happy holidays, by the way, for tomorrow. Yes. Cool. So HIVE, what's going on in this one? HIVE Digital Technologies. Okay, not really nice chart. I don't recommend it directly. No financial advice, but I don't recommend it because obviously it's a very sideways chart, not really directive for one direction up or down. Just give us a direction, clear one. You have A, B, C, D, and a E potentially. Okay. So zigzag, you're looking for zigzag A, B, and a C. I believe even not finished because here you have a clear impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, A, B, and a C. Okay, it looks like, yeah, it's a W, X, and a Y here. W, X, and a Y. And in a W, you cannot be an impulse. Therefore, it is an ABC. Here we go. Because it's a W. And this is your wave C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ABC. And then, yeah. So very corrective chart. I mean, guys, you don't want to trade in something like this, honestly. A, B, C, D, and a E. Therefore, okay, bullish later on. B, D, and a E. When you finish wave E, you move higher. But yeah, not really nice. Not recommended, guys. So be careful with it. 14, 50. We see hims and hers. Okay. Hims and hers. Okay. Okay, we did this before and it looks impulsive. It's health. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Okay, everything is fine with the count. 1, 2, 3, 4. The wave 4 went lower, obviously, as in zigzag. Let's see if it is finished. Okay, here we go. We are there. So wave 4, A, B. Okay, it's an expanding flat. So this is your wave 4 as an impulse. You have 0.5. That's very deep. Be careful. That's very deep. And when you see very deep price or a very deep wave 4, it's a signal of weakness. So be careful. Okay. So A, B, and a C not finished yet even. So wave C has to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I consider to be careful with this one. You're getting closer to 0.618, which is not nice for a wave 4. Okay. Yeah, so also not really recommended. Here we go on the 2. Ooh. Yeah, that's so bad. That's so bad. A huge, unstoppable impulse. You're not impulsive yet. You're not impulsive also. It's a 3 waves, zigzag, simply retracement, but you continue lower. This is a diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave 2, 3, 4, 5. I consider to be careful, of course. Next target can be the $36. Yep, guys, so that was it for today. Welcome everyone. Biliak, Arcane, Elliott Wave Community, Camel Blue, Lewis, Enrique. Thank you for being here, guys. Thank you for your likes and comments. And of course, trade safe. It's a tricky day and have a nice one. See you. Bye bye.